Well, hello, hello, hello to all you wisdom walkers out there. This is Jojo Pamaria and Saroma coming to you with the special report about the eclipse that happened this morning here in North America. This blood red moon eclipse in the sign of Virgo and all that came with that. Also, I am so happy to be here. It's my birthday. It's my 69th birthday, which means I have completed 69 years around our sun. Yeah. And ready to step onto my 70th year. One of my friends who does numerology said, this is my number 7 year. And seven is a really, really powerful number, which I'm very much aware of. Three is pretty powerful too. And, in Japan, this is called Children's Day, where they honor children. So I love that. My birthday coincides with Children's Day. And those of you listening in, able to listen into the live stream, thank you for coming on and helping me celebrate my birthday. The celebration for me is just the fact that I am still here. Many members of my family, adults that raised me, did not make it to this time of life, did not make it into the end of their 60s or 70s. So I feel very, very blessed and grateful to my God that I still get to be here and do something I love to do, which is to live stream astrology for self mastery for all of you. Yeah, yeah. So there is not a lot of aspects for the month of March. I think it's about 24 compared to like 36 that we've had, especially in January. But because this eclipse came right at the beginning, and I didn't want to do any work on Sunday. I'm glad I took the day off. I knew I needed to bring you this information today, and then on Sunday coming up on the 8th, I will give you the rest of the first half of March, March's astrological reports. So, yeah. First of all, I want to acknowledge that March is Women's History Month. Yes, let us honor the divine feminine in all of us and women especially. And it's also on March 8th, Women's International Women's Day or Happy Women's Day. Yeah. So that's really cool that we have that going on. So remember the women in your life, acknowledge them, honor them. Where would we be without the women? Yeah. And of course, we're in Pisces season. Woo, woo. Love Pisces season. I just found recently a video done by a rabbi of the Kabbalah. It was a Kabbalistic rabbi. And Kabbalah is like, I call it like the medicine wheel, the Hebrew medicine wheel, but it's a tree. And I didn't know that the Kabbalah had an astrological arm. I should know that because astrology is, 4,000 years old. And this rabbi broke down the meaning of what they call the Pisces month and Purim, because I didn't know what the Purim holiday was about. And so I, you know, yeah, the information they gave, it's just so in alignment with what I'm going to share with you tonight because Pisces season, it's the end of the zodiacal wheel. And so it really is a time for releasing negativity, releasing what can no longer serve you. And you'll hear that message a lot of times going on tonight. Yeah, absolutely. Love it. And so I wanted to mention too that there was a planetary alignment that happened just a few days before this eclipse. And this one I'm showing you is from last year, but this year there were six planets. It was Mercury, it was Venus, it was Saturn, it was Neptune, it was Jupiter, and it was Uranus. Yeah, Mars was not involved, or Pluto. So, yeah, really, really, really interesting, really powerful that this stuff is showing up. Absolutely. And, Q is in the house, help me celebrate my birthday. Thank you, Q. Love you. We gotta talk. We gotta talk about what your download was. I can't wait. Absolutely. Um, so yeah, just know that, the cosmos have been doing a lot. If you've been feeling a little off, plus remember, Mercury is retrograde in Pisces, so that means like you're walking around like, where am I? What's happening? What world am I in? And that's okay. That's okay, because that's what retrogrades are really for. But in Pisces, it's a little more what it's for. So just know that with the planetary alignment, when the planets line up, their energy is being communicated. And yeah, we feel that. We definitely feel that. So let's get on with what is coming today. What has happened today on Monday, March the 3rd, 2026. And it is this total lunar eclipse during the full moon in Virgo. Yes, yes, yes. So, full moon in Virgo and total lunar eclipse, part of the blood moon cycle of eclipses. This one exposes what needs to be seen. That which is hidden comes to light, and a clearer path opens up that may include radical change, necessary endings, and great creativity and inspiration around all possibilities opening up. It is time for a new story. But first, the old one needs to be complete and the page turn. Absolutely. The moon supports intuition, the endless field of possibilities, and a deeper drop into the heart and what is authentic. It will push you out onto the path of upgrade, whether you are ready or not. So, be proactive with this opportunity and decisive with your actions. What have you been procrastinating, neglecting, or putting off? Take responsibility where you need to, listen to your intuitive messages, and strive for balance in all areas of your life. Wow. Wow, wonderful, wonderful message. That's from Lena Stevens, the Power Path from her March forecast. Yeah. And so some more about this full moon and who it affects the most. Um, the full blood moon total lunar eclipse in Virgo will be visible, at least in part, for most of Canada, the USA, Central and South America, and Australia, Asia, Antarctica, the Arctic regions, Eastern Europe, and islands in the Pacific and Indian Ocean. So, it's like it's really, really got a lot covered. It's really, really covering up a lot. Um, and many places where it can be seen. So, and let me tell you, this event already happened. It was around, let me see, my time, it would have been like 4:30-ish in the morning. I watch a live stream from California from the Griffith Observatory in LA. And that was probably starting about around 3 a.m. And that's another reason why I am so crazy today, because I really was up watching the whole thing. Yeah. Yeah, and then I got up like a nut. Anyway, but it was powerful. It was very powerful. So this has already occurred, but we can definitely learn what we need to learn and be aware of what we need to be aware of because it has happened. Hey, Nika, thank you so much. Thank you for helping me celebrate. Love it. Yeah. So this event is meaningful for everyone, but will be felt more personally by those of us born with personal placements in mutable signs. And this is talking about your birth chart. So Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, and Pisces, whether that is your sun sign, your ascendant, where your nodes are. Yeah, it's about the mutable signs. So I'm Pisces, so this is definitely affecting me. They will experience significant changes and moments of completion in one or more areas of their lives. A chapter is coming to a close, and this is a time for reflection, release, and integration. These individuals are being asked to get clear on what truly matters to them, realign with it, and let go of what has become heavy, unnecessary, or brings them out of balance. Yeah. Yeah, and folks, we've been hearing about this, since the end of 2025. No, really, it was starting the beginning of 2025. Yeah, that's what I wanted to let you know too. Last March, like around the 25th, we had this. We had a total lunar eclipse. We had a blood red moon. Yeah. So this is our second dose while the nodes of the moon are in Pisces and in Virgo. Yeah, very, very interesting. Very powerful. Love it. So let me go on here. Virgo rules work, service, and health. And the eclipse is an opportunity to examine whether the way we work and serve, and ultimately our lifestyle, is truly healthy and sustainable for our bodies in the long term. Physical tensions, pain, and all sorts of symptoms may flare up around this time of the lunar eclipse, and our task is to understand how our body communicates with us and what it truly needs. So, again, for those of you out there experiencing some strange kinds of pains or some pains that have gotten even more challenging, yeah, or just more upset, more restlessness, yeah, that is this Virgo effect trying to wake you up to, you got to change something up here. The way you're going is not sustainable. We may gain a new awareness of the amount of tension that is stored in our bodies from trying to hold everything together. And notice how it contributes to burnout and exhaustion. In Virgo, the focus is on becoming aware of how we attempt to control life through perfectionism, excessive analysis, or constant self improvement, meaning that you never feel like it is enough. It is okay. Around this time, we have an opportunity to notice whether we are overly focused on details at the expense of meaning. I like that. And whether we have confused being constantly busy with being of service. Okay, y'all. And especially some of you younger ones, think about that. Does busyness mean service? If you're not giving yourself time to rest, relax, recoup, integrate, dream, yeah, that's not good service at all because the universe doesn't need you to sacrifice your health in order to what? Take care of yourself, make a living, help other people. No, no. And this message has been coming to us more and more as we're moving into the new earth consciousness about stop treating ourselves like we are robots. Stop treating ourselves like we are machines. No, we are not. We are human. And there are consequences. Believe me, I know when we forget that. Absolutely. Hey, Tracy, thank you. Thank you for coming to share and celebrate my birthday with me and talk this great information that is going on, right? Cool. Thank you. Thank you. So, this is about, again, the reminder of the nodes of fate. And there really points on the orbit of the moon around the solar system, and right now, the North Node, they call it, is in Pisces, and the South Pole is in Virgo. And just some information about what that means. Okay. Lunar nodes are tied to karma, so this shift signals developments connected to our soul's purpose. Those lessons we will be exposed to will eventually help us clear away what no longer serves us. Haven't I heard that before? And move towards something more aligned and meaningful. So when the Pisces Virgo nodal pair is activated, as it started last year this time, we're drawn to go deeper beyond the obvious. We truly want to understand what's behind all this. We feel a deep longing for soul connection and a realization that we have a greater purpose waiting to be fulfilled. We're drawn to adjust the systems and routines in everyday lives and make necessary changes to accommodate our higher purpose and fulfillment of our dreams. We have an opportunity to really break free from unhealthy past conditioning. I just rest my case. There it is. There it is, folks. Yeah, really important. So, this this lunar eclipse is conjunct the south node. So, here's what that means. The current lunar eclipse is happening in the south node of the moon, the point of the moon's orbit associated with our past, our karma, where we come from, what we know, what feels familiar, and what we unconsciously gravitate toward. The emphasis with the South Node eclipses is on release and completion. Often, feelings of deja vu emerge around this time, and we may feel we are reliving something we already experienced, or find ourselves in a situation to revisit lessons we thought we had already learned. Karmic entanglements and attachments can resurface, asking to be acknowledged and seen for what they are. This eclipse offers us an opportunity to become aware of emotional responses, defense mechanisms, and automatic patterns that once helped us survive, but now limit our growth. Wow. Wow. It's just rolling, right? Just keep continuously rolling message, You got to complete so that you can begin anew. Got to let go so you can receive the new, you know. And it is this message is being repeated to us over and over and over again because the things that we've been conditioned to have been going on for hundreds of years. So it's not an easy pulling away from it. It is got fear in it because we do have to step into an unknown. But I'm going to tell you, it's like the universe, it'll give you the message and it'll keep giving you the message. But it gets to a point where it's like, okay, done giving you the message. And now you're going to get the consequences because you ain't listened. So that's the point we're at this time with this message, meaning there will be consequences if you're unwilling to surrender to a greater order and direction, willing to open up to learning how to be aligned with God's will and your real higher purpose. Yeah, there will be consequences. And again, those consequences are to do what? Really help you be able to say, okay, okay, I'll do it. I'll do it. Just like the way I got here to Wisconsin, right? Who would wanna leave Southern California to come to Wisconsin? Sorry, Wisconsin, I love you, but, I was in paradise. How do you make that move? Oh, yeah, when spirit throws you down, literally. That's what happened. Talk it, Q. Q said it, a spiritual bump with That's right. Absolutely. I'm laughing, folks, and I can because I've been through it. And I know anytime it can happen again. So I have to be very obedient. But I'm just saying, if you are in resistance, you're going to be really made very conscious of that. Yeah. So this is a time to pray and ask for courage to move forward and out of what is no longer working. Relationship, job, car, living space, belief system. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. So let's look at this aspect because that was one of the nodes, but this is now about Mercury opposing Jupiter. I mean, it's opposing Mercury retrograde and it's sextiling to Jupiter. Yeah. So, Mercury, the ruler of the eclipse, is in retrograde motion in Pisces and widely opposing the full moon. This can indicate a general sense of confusion, disorientation, and difficulties making sense of what we feel, sense, and experience emotionally through the rational mind. Communication may require extra care to avoid misunderstandings. The Mercury Moon opposition highlights the gap between the logical and the emotional, between the intellectual and the sentimental. And it offers us an invitation to find common ground between these realms. The Virgo moon forms a harmonious sextile to Jupiter in Cancer, which trines both the Sun and retrograde Mercury in Pisces. And that's all flow energy, flow energy. Jupiter's activation supports our ability to have faith in the unfolding of life. I'll repeat that. Jupiter's activation supports our ability to have faith in the unfolding of life and inspires us to question the deeper meaning of any unexpected changes we may experience these days. The Moon Jupiter sextile encourages us to prioritize what nourishes us and reminds us that true intimacy is built on emotional honesty, mutual care, and presence. What the monks have been talking about. Absolutely. Yeah. Really, really powerful. Really, really great stuff here. Hmm. And so, in this message, which comes from the moon omens, here's the invitation of this blood red moon total lunar eclipse in the sign of Virgo. Lunar eclipses remind us that change is inevitable and invite us to trust something beyond our personal will and encourages us to have faith in where life is redirecting us. The shifts happening are not random, and they are guiding us toward the next step in our evolutionary process. This eclipse is an invitation to recognize what is no longer aligned in our lives, what compromises our well being, and what is holding us back from what is truly meant for us. It also prompts us to have the courage to let it go, even if we don't see yet what's coming next. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Isn't that lovely? Like just juice, like really good juice. And it's a tough time. We've got things going on in the world, people trying to recreate the 20th century in terms of how you can go to somebody's country and take over as if that's going to solve anything. Um, so we have all of this hysteria going on. It's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, ain't no joke. So my friend Harold and I were just talking about it's a hot mess. And all of that does have purpose. And so our job is to stay focused on what we have control over, which is how are we reacting or responding, and are we keeping ourselves in as peaceful a state as we possibly can? And are we listening to our God and our universe about how we need to get ourselves more into balance, more into nurturance, more into learning what is really right for us now? Not yesterday, not last year, not 15 years ago, but right today, right now. Yeah. That's it. So listen, I want to give you some cosmic reminder here because yes, three-eye atlas. Woo, 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 woo. Very, very significant. You're going to be feeling this energy too. So I just wanted to review with you again this astrological interpretation. There's a video by I Am Elements on the astrological aspects that Three Eye Atlas is connected to because of how it's traveling through our solar system. One of the most important, I think, has to do with Jupiter. And here's from the transcript of the video. Three-Eye Atlas passes closest to Jupiter on March 16, 2026, and it's still at 15 degrees of Cancer. It's exaltation, happy, elated, triumphant, rejoiceful point. So just imagine, like Jupiter is the great expander, it's the philosopher king. Like this is about knowledge and wisdom and just great benefit. And like it's a very positive. Jupiter is a beautiful sign. It's the best planet you could have for making things improve and making things abundant and beautiful. And it's sitting in the sign of Cancer at its exaltation point of all things. And Cancer is about like that ancestral knowledge and ancestral wisdom, things you inherit from your mother and also your father. Like it's the maternal nurturing aspect of life. It's the mother with a baby taking care of you, birthing you. So, like, think about that, the significance of it. Jupiter being at the point, the very center, it's a rebirth. It's a literal rebirth. I mean, what's the astrology is saying? And then Three Eyes Atlas just shows up randomly and is saying the exact same thing. So, I mean, there's just too many things that are too perfect for this to not be a real message. I think we're going to remember who we are. I think humanity is going to remember its divine nature and be shown directly what that looks like in some sort of a flash or awakening. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I think that's what is written in the stars in the planet. That's what they're saying. Wow. Wow. And what he didn't say here, but it's also in this video, that when it does this flyby, and it'll be 16th to the 17th of March, what's going to be happening is it's going to be leaving our solar system, or so we think. Because I'm telling you, this thing has done some stuff that astronomers have no clue about why it's happening, and physicists. So, but I just want to point that out to you because it's yeah, this ain't no joke. This is an interstellar visitor, and we have no idea where it came from. I do though. I think it came out of Sagittarius, the black hole in the center of our galaxy. Uh, it came with a divine message. Came with a divine message. So yeah, this is not a time to go into despair. This is a time to realize that, things become a hot mess when something is really, really going to shift. Yeah. And then just a reminder about this cosmic message too, the magic triangle from 2025 to 2028. And this is about Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto in their signs coming together in this flow energy, which is very rare, very unusual. And so it is a reason to be optimistic and hopeful about our future. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, folks, there you go. I have delivered the message. Um, I did want to sleep last night, but I just had to watch the eclipse. Yeah, Tracy said, "Got to look more into Three Eye." Yeah, definitely. Just Google it; it's all over the place. And that guy, I Am Elements. I thought he broke it down really great as an astrological interpretation. Yeah. But I really did want to go to sleep. I didn't want to have to watch it, but I got to a point where I was like, you know what? You're up for a reason. So just relax and just watch it. I'd nod off a little bit, but then I got back up. And when it got to be blood red, which is after it totally, it's in total darkness. And then as it begins to light up, the redness came out. And I realized, like, oh my God, this is such a powerful message about something is being eclipsed out of us. Something is being eclipsed out of our, energetic self. And I saw another video and I liked their interpretation. They said from the head, from the belly, and from our reproductive system. And so those are places where a lot of negative and stuck energy can be stored. And so I, really opened up, went into a meditation to really feel this excavation, this eclipsing out of that energy. So, we'll see. We'll see what shows up when these blocks are removed, and so pay attention to that for yourself as well, because that blood red moon was no joke. It was really very, very powerful. Hey, Carmen, thank you so much for helping me celebrate my birthday. Love it. And as always, I want to remind you of the venerable monks teaching every morning. And I don't care, do it every night, even before you go to sleep. Today or tomorrow is going to be my peaceful day. Ashe. We have to hold this energy. We have to really get it that if we stay in the negativity, in the frustration, in the anger, in the rage, in the despair, that's energy we're transferring out of us. So transform it, shift it, do your breathing or whatever works for you. But get into a positive outlook, a positive perspective so that there's more love energy, more hope energy, faith energy that is out in the universe, because that then is what will come back to us. Absolutely. And we need that. So I can say I had a really, really very wonderful birthday today. I'm so grateful to my God, my ancestors, my spirit guides, my loving entities. I got to talk to someone I went to college with. We were both English majors and went to a lot of classes together. And I am just so grateful. She found me through the book, through my book, and so she got my email because I'm not publicly Maria Matthews anymore. So it was hard for her to find me, but she found me. And I mean, I haven't talked to her. It's got to be at least 40 years. Yeah, yeah. And then I talked to another friend who also was at that same college I went to, university, whatever. And she and I lived up the street from each other, and she's a family member. And I haven't talked to her. We, do birthday back and forth, and but I hadn't had a conversation with her, and it was so wonderful to talk to her too. So I see that as just, amazing, amazing gift from God for me. Hey, Tracy. All right. Tracy said she rereading. Yeah, yeah. And I am working on the next book. I talked it a lot today. The next book, it's going to be coming soon. Absolutely. Carmen says wonderful and wow. I know, right, Carmen? That is amazing and such a gift. And then I got a knock on my door, which is not usual because it's very hard to get into my apartment building. It's usually locked in places, and unless somebody let you in, you usually can't get in. But I got a knock on my door, and I'm thinking it's one of my neighbors needing something. And I look and I don't recognize the person. So I very carefully open up the door, and there was this beautiful plant that one of my clients sent me. And I was just so blown away. I'm like, oh my God, something green coming in. Green means good. That's a really good sign. So yeah, I have had a really, really wonderful, wonderful birthday. And yeah, I can't say enough. I can't say enough. Yes, it is coming, Carmen. You got it. Absolutely. So, my darlings, thank you so much for those of you who have watched now and those of you who will watch this. I hope that this information is supportive to you in navigating through these times. We're not done yet. We've got an equinox coming up for the spring, and still getting through Mercury being retrograde. We've got some more planets that are going to be shifting. So it's not as intense, I'll say, in the way that January was and into February, but it's still moving us along. So prayers, prayers, prayers for all the people who are directly in harm's way with the warring that is going on and has been going on. And also, I'm just again so grateful to be able to have hope in my heart and a belief that as humans, we are ready to go to our higher timeline. Yeah. Absolutely. So thank you all for doing your great work. Thank you for walking your wisdom. Thank you for being loving, kind, compassionate, generous, and all of what you're doing to make this world a much better place. I love you madly, and I will see you on Sunday. And have a beautiful rest of your night. As the monks say, may you be well, may you be happy, and may you be peaceful. Ashe. Bye bye now. You're so welcome, Q.